Hey everybody, Mike here for Terrible Infant, back again to do another fun little tier maker list. I realized last time I talked forever, and so I found one that's shorter because I don't want these to go on and on and on for half hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever. That's too much talking. I just want to do some fun, quick lists, show you guys the kind of stuff I'm into, where I rank certain things, and go on from there. So today we're going to do tier maker list of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies. I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan ever since I saw some of his earlier films in the 80s and even before that, and then after, obviously, in the 90s and so forth. I really like the combination of awesome action, fun one-liners, kind of serious but kind of not. Just a good time. So I've already talked too long enough. I would say if you like these videos and want to see more of them, please subscribe to our channel. Comment on this video, let me know what you think. Is this list complete trash? Do you agree, disagree? There'll be other actors I focus on, especially in the action genre, because I'm a big fan. So just let us know in the comments, or wherever. Reach out to us, find us on our Instagram channel. We do a lot of cool 80s action stuff on there, as well as other 80s stuff. But yeah, let's dive right in. And like always, if I haven't seen a film, or if it's been so long that I don't really remember it, I'm just gonna put it down on the haven't seen, don't recall. And you can read the tiers themselves. Let's do it. Red Heat. So Red Heat, right there. It's a really fun action film. Especially, I was born in Russia, in St. Petersburg, so it's kind of fun seeing Arnold play this like Soviet policeman, and it's really silly. He doesn't come across as a very good Russian, but it's a fun movie. It's a little sillier than I normally like, but definitely a good, fun action film. Maybe not a great film, and maybe if you're trying to show someone who's not an action fan, they probably won't like it, but that's a good spot for it. Junior, just okay for me. It's kind of silly and kind of fun, but it's just not what I expect out of Arnold. It's not what I want out of Arnold, so most people probably would say this movie's okay and never watch it again. Batman and Robin, sorry, my man. Complete trash. One of the worst Batman movies ever made. Less said about that, the better. I mean, this is a no-brainer, man. Terminator 2 is perhaps the best action film ever made, or one of the top 2 or 3 action films ever made. I'm sure everyone who's watching this video has seen it, and if you haven't, you need to stop watching this video and go watch Terminator first, and then come back. Just come back, though. But yeah, definitely, come on, Terminator 2, come on, man. Schwarzenegger, Hercules in New York. I haven't actually seen it. I'm going to put it down there. Red Sonja, I've seen it, but it's been probably 20 years, and for the sake of this conversation, I don't remember it at all. So I'm going to put it down there. What is this? Terminator? Oh, man. Sorry, Arnold. So, like a lot of actors, Arnold does some really good movies and some really bad movies. And that Terminator is bad. I mean, I can't say it's all his fault. The script was bad. The acting was bad. Everything was bad. But Kindergarten Cop. Boom, right there. So Kindergarten Cop is one of the few Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that is basically for kids and is really silly and goofy that I do like. It's just so over the top ridiculous, and there's some really fun lines in it. Like, it's not a tumor. Yeah, check out Kindergarten Cop. It's appropriate for the whole family. It's fun. Everyone will enjoy it. What do we have here? Cactus Jack? I have not ever seen Cactus Jack. Jingle All the Way. I mean, it's a guilty pleasure for me, so I don't want to put it in garbage, but I can't rate it very high. It's not a great movie overall. It's just like silly, goofy fun. Again, a little sillier than the Arnold Schwarzenegger films I like, so right there is good. Some people will like it, most people will hate it and think it's complete trash. What do we have here? Around the World in 80 Days. Have not seen it. Killing Gunther. I've seen parts of this film, and I had to turn it off because my eyes were bleeding and my head hurt, and one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Sorry if Arnold's watching this. What? No, he's not watching this, but yeah. Sixth Day. Man, I can't recall this film. I've seen it. I know I've seen it, but I can't remember it very well, and I don't want to talk ill of this film since I can't really remember it. So I'm going to put it right down there. What do we have here? Escape Plan. It's not a very good movie, but it's not complete trash like these three, so I'm going to put it right there. there's two sequels. I don't know how this thing became a franchise and had three films. First one wasn't really good. It was okay, and I'm a person who likes, prison movies, but it's just not well done. What do we have here? Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. So this is, it's not Terminator 2, but, and especially now, it's when you compare it to some of the other Terminator films that have come out, it's actually not bad. It's not, like, I wouldn't say it's a great or even a good Terminator film, but I would say it's a okay to good action film. There's some good elements in it, and Schwarzenegger's still pretty good in this movie, so action fans and people who like the franchise will like it. Some other people probably will not. Maggie, I have not seen it. I've been meaning to, and I just never got around to it. Sabotage. So, I'm going to put Sabotage right there. This is a newer film of his, and he plays basically... this is a newer film of his, and while it's not bad, it's certainly not up to the standards of his past accolades. So only really hardcore action fans will probably like this film, or big fans of Arnold Schwarzenegger will like this film. Everyone else, I don't think, is going to find much there that they like. Commando, come on, man. Commando is one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films of all time. I love it. It's so over-the-top action. It's so ridiculous. There's so many good one-liners and instances in this film. He kills so many people and just destroys and goes ham on everybody. If you haven't seen Commando, go see it now. Aftermath. I have not seen Aftermath. It looks like a newer film of his, and I think I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. Conan. So I'm going to put Conan right there. It's a really fun action film, but it's not a great film by any standards. It's a little ridiculous and silly, and half the time you don't really know what's going on or why things are happening. But, it's certainly watchable. It's certainly interesting. It's better than the sequel that came out. But right there's a good spot for it. What do we have here? The Running Man. So I'm going to put The Running Man right there. While I personally really, really like The Running Man, I know there's a lot of flaws in the film, and I know a lot of people will find it cheesy and silly and completely ridiculous. Fun fact is, they actually got American Gladiators, the idea, from this film. And basically, he's on this game show where these hunters and killers are stalking him, trying to kill him, but they're all ridiculous. Like, one's a fireball guy, one's like an opera singer who drives an electric car, one's like an ice skater, like a goalie on an ice rink. It's just completely absurd. But it's just fun. It's a fun action film. If you like Schwarzenegger, you like action films, you should probably love The Running Man. Twins. See, I really like... I guess I should have categorized that differently. I really like Twins quite a lot. It's probably my second favorite silly movie of Arnold Schwarzenegger's after Kindergarten Cop. There's a lot of flaws, and it's kind of a movie, once you've seen it once, there's really no reason to revisit it. It's just silly. Like, they were engineered in a lab, Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger. They're long lost brothers, and it's come on. But it's funny, and it's kind of it feels kind of homely, family friendly, and there's a decent message in it. So that's a good spot for it. What do we have here? Conan. I believe this is Conan the Destroyer. I think so. It's so small. This film's pretty garbage. It's not very good. Let's put it down there. So Expendables 2, I mean, it's kind of hard to rate Expendables 2 because I know he's in the film, but he's such a small part of it that it's really should even be on the list. I enjoyed the first two Expendables, not so much the third one. They're really silly, fun action films that you turn your brain off and you just watch them for 2 hours. That's it. So I'm gonna put it right there. Can't go any higher with that. Last Action Hero. Again, I'm going to put it right there. It's a little silly. It's a little corny. It doesn't really hold up quite that well, but it's very different than a lot of his other films. So it's he plays an action hero and in a fictional show, and this kid finds a way to travel between them. So this kid is stuck with his action hero in this show, and it's about that. Pretty cool. Stay Hungry. I have never even heard of that. Not seen it. The Last Stand. See, The Last Stand was kind of okay. It's kind of like Sabotage in the sense that it's one of his newer films, but I kind of found it fun because he's basically playing the sheriff of this small like a southern town, I think in Texas, and like all these bad people are coming, and he has to like make a stand and stop them. And it's like, dude, they would wipe you out in a heartbeat. But it's Arnold. It's fun. Only really action fans are gonna get much out of this, so that's a good spot, man. The Expendables 3. I'm gonna put the Expendables 3 right there. It's okay. They dumbed it down to PG-13 for some reason. I don't know why you have all these big action stars going around shooting and killing people and you dumb it down to PG-13. I get it, you want to make more money, but the first two made money and I think this one lost money, so that plan backfired. It just wasn't as good as the other ones. Eraser is actually a really fun movie. Me and Will watched this not too long ago, and I forgot how silly and obnoxious and over the top it is. And it's a basic straight up Schwarzenegger film where he's protecting this woman, Michelle Williams, and all these people are coming after them, and he's just going ham on everybody. And there's some awesome scenes with alligators and all this other crazy stuff. Cool film. Predator. Right up there, all-time classic. Everyone's probably seen Predator who's watching this video. Predator is probably either my second or third favorite Schwarzenegger film. And I mean, there's 3 films up there, so you can kind of guess where my rankings for Schwarzenegger films are. Predator and Commando kind of flip back and forth. They're very different, where Commando's kind of a silly, fun action romp. Predator's a little more serious and a little darker. Basically Predator stalking them in the jungle, their elite unit, but it has some moments of levity in as well, and it's so badass. It's just such a macho film that's just never going to be made anymore. Collateral Damage. Me and Will watched this a while back, and it's a fun action film. Again, I can't put it up here where it's a movie that everyone should watch, but it's fun. It's about this guy who I believe his family is caught in the crossfires, and he has to like go and take out some of the bad people, the terrorists who do it. And there's a lot of cool location shooting and some other cool stuff. So definitely one of his better later films. Terminator. Come on, you know where it's going. The first 2 Terminators are some of the best action films ever made. They're very different in tone, where the first Terminator is basically like a dark slasher, almost horror film. The second one's more of an action film. I relate them really well to the first 2, Alien and Aliens, where Alien is basically a dark, scary, isolationist type of horror film, and the second one is like pure action with some sci-fi elements, but it's not really scary. So that's how I rate Terminator and Terminator 2. Both really, really good films and really got him his start. So Raw Deal, I'm going to put right there. It's a really good action film with some really fun music and cool sequences. And it's, again, Schwarzenegger going ham and taking out a whole mob and mafia. If you don't like Schwarzenegger films, if you don't like one guy just going ham and taking out like large groups of people, like in Commando and Raw Deal and Terminator 2 and all that stuff, you probably won't like it. But I love that kind of stuff. End of Days, it's kind of okay. It's a little different than what he normally does. He's like protecting this girl, and it's like the end of days, and there's like supernatural devil stuff in it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Don't really have an interest going back in it, but definitely fun to check out. So True Lies, I really like. This was 94, so it's starting to get later on in his career, but it's so good. It's James Cameron. So having James Cameron, direct your films helps a lot because he's really good, obviously. But this film's fun. It has Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and Schwarzenegger's playing like this accountant. I love it's like this 6'3", 250-pound muscle-bound accountant. It's like, dude, come on. Or computer salesman or whatever he plays, and he actually is a CIA spy, and he's like killing people left and right, and he's going ham on all these terrorists and stuff. It's really good. It has moments of levity in it as well, but a lot of really cool action. And last but not least, Total Recall, right up there. Total Recall is awesome. Don't judge it by the remake that came out with Colin Farrell in it. Watch this film. It's very different. It's silly. It's weird. It's violent. It's everything you'd want out of an action or Schwarzenegger film. And so it deserves its spot right there. So I know right off the top that Pumping Iron is missing. That's one of the first Arnold films I've ever seen. That was 1977. It was a documentary about his bodybuilding days. I would put that all-time classic. I love that documentary, and has Lou Ferrigno in it as well, who plays the Incredible Hulk. I would put that up here, but otherwise this seems like a pretty good, pretty complete list. I'm sure there's stuff missing. I didn't make this list, but let me know what you think. Does this ranking look good to you? Does it look bad? I'm surprised I have a nice little range. I haven't just put everything all-time classics, so I'm surprised, and I think I did a good job. But let me know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Like I said, if you've watched this and you want to help the channel grow, subscribe, comment, share it with people. It really helps a lot. I know it sucks to ask people to do that, and it's a pain, but it does help us a lot. And the more we grow, the more of these videos we can make, and the more time we can spend putting content out, because this is really fun to do, but it's time consuming, so any help helps. All right, I've rambled long enough. I think this video is going to be longer than I intended, but hopefully not the 30 minutes that the last one was. I'll be doing more of these, like I said, so stick around, come back, watch some more of these, and I will see you next time.